So of course I have a bunch of these videos backed up. I have a total of I think 10 videos, and then I have 2 more waiting in the camera from the past 2 days that I've done. Maybe 3, I don't remember. But this workout is from the 14th of April 2025, and it's crazy how as I edit here, I edit like a few back to back, and what I decided to do is to edit like 3 or 4 and then schedule them on YouTube, uploading them and scheduling them, and then they release so that it shows like there's constant content being uploaded up to my little channel here. Of course, it's not great content. It's just me here on an exercise bike doing very boring exercises, but again, it's just something to keep me going. I'm working on how I want it cropped. I decided to go with a wider view on this one. And by the way, I guess on this one I'll talk about since I'm using a different crop, I have a large wide angle thing on my little camera that I'm using cheap little camcorders. And if you look up in the upper left hand corner, you can see the model that I'm using very faintly. It's not very good quality here because I'm in very low light. I just have a couple lights in the back. As of today, actually, I changed my lighting. When I work out at night, there's no lighting coming in through the window, obviously. And when I work out during the day, all I got to do is open the window, and there's just enough light for the camera to go ahead and make it happen. But as you can tell, the camera is not 4K. It's not a big sensor camera. It's pretty grainy and low light, which I actually don't mind at all. I don't mind the grain at all. I'm a photographer. I started off on film. Everything is really basically, I love I guess what you would call the lo-fi look. You guys are lucky that I haven't turned this into a black and white sort of thing, which is, maybe I will on the next one, I don't know. But if I turned it into black and white and then up the grain a little bit, I think it'll look really cool, and then work on the contrast and things like that. But if I did that, I'll probably do it on the one that I did today because I changed the lighting on it. If I did that, my face and everything basically more or less to the left of the frame here that's in a shadow would be completely black, and then you would just see like my elbow and my neck and maybe the flag there. But just things to work on and things to play with as I'm, again, learning how I want this whole aesthetic thing to turn out. Again, the point that I wanted to make as far as cheap cameras, I don't want to use my phone. I don't. Battery issues, this, that, and the other. I just don't want a bunch of videos of myself on my phone at all. I just don't. It's just. And is the phone better quality than this what is it, 10-year-old camera that I have? I have 4 of them. I really like them. And originally I got them is because they are 1080p. They record at almost 60 frames per second. 59 and change is what the 59.97 I think is for nerds out there. But the sensor is very small. What I like cameras. Why I like camcorders is I can just turn them on and start recording, and it gives me a decent size file to work with, to where you can basically see what I'm doing and do my thing. It's not expensive equipment. The lights that I use to light it up, they're just home lights. We don't need anything. The lights that you see, if you look on the left hand side, right next to the camera, there's this light that I use for photography sometimes. It's just 4 fluorescent lights that I use for either lighting stuff outdoors, as far as outside my house, or just like still life photography. I decided to actually just turn that around and light me with it right where it is. Just turn the light around and just light me with it, and just to add a little bit more light to the situation. Nothing fancy, but just I think so the camera doesn't work so hard as far as pushing the ISO and the gain is what they call it on a camcorder. But again, very there's a lot to be said for decent camcorders. These little camcorders they're consumer brand. You're not going to really film anything professional unless you're looking to film like something like the Blair Witch Project or something that really you wanted to be lo-fi sort of thing. It's a great camera. It takes great images. If you know how to color grade, it'll probably even bring out a lot better image for you than normally. But my whole point is that you don't need a bunch of expensive equipment to start making content. As a matter of fact, I believe because the files are so small compared to like a 4K, or they even got 6 and 8K cameras right now, which I have, you can use any free software to edit them properly. I believe most of the 90% of the stuff that I'm doing here, you can do on the free software. Back in the day, I had a mini DV sort of video camera, the camera that actually put little itty bitty tapes in. And what's funny is that I started in photography because I started into videography. A bunch of our friends, we liked Pearl Jam, and we would go, and whenever they were in the vicinity in Southern California and Arizona and sometimes up to Vegas, we would do like what a lot of people do with the Grateful Dead. We would follow them around as much as we could, time and money taken into account, time and money willing or available, and we do these shows. And every so often when they went out, the shows would go random, and we even would go up to Seattle if they had like a special show to watch and things like that. We were just really into Pearl Jam a lot, and it just occurred to me hey man, it'd be great if we just started recording these, and maybe I'll make a little movie out of it and things like that. And that's how it all started. And I ended up taking the video camera and my dad's old Minolta XG1 or GX1, something like that, and I started making videos. And then I started taking some snapshots on the side as well. And one of the photographs that I took of my friend, may he rest in peace, and his wife at the time in front of the first Starbucks, was really stood out. It's not a very good photograph, but it's the best photograph that I had taken up at that time. I shot it on black and white film without ever actually knowing how to shoot black and white film, and I was completely just a novice at making photographs. I just had the camera on automatic and the videos on an automatic. And the point is, we made a lot of great memories on those, and that's why I love documenting people. Document, take pictures all you want, make all the videos on the phone all you want that you have. But the look that I got out of that video camera, and I ended up using the hell out of that video camera throughout the years, the look that I got out of it looks like vintage home movies in some aspects, but if you turn it into black and white, the grain and the camera can shoot in black and white. It adds a sort of like film to it, especially if you know how to color grade it and stuff. Anyway, my whole point was that I'm glad that I documented that time. I'm glad that we should all document it on our phones and do what we can. No matter how good or how bad a photographer is, you should always be documenting. I tell my nephew this all the time. It doesn't matter if you go, like the whole thing is about, we went to where Ansel Adams took a photograph of El Capitan out in Yosemite. And, you got some people going, why would you go there? Why don't you go do whatever it is, you want to shoot at? And to me, to defend those people is this. One, you went out to Yosemite. You went out and made a photograph. Two, that photograph you took is not the same photograph that Ansel Adams made of the El Capitan or the wall or whatever tree or whatever it is. It's not the same day. It's not the same time. It's not the same light. It's not the same camera. And you are probably not in the exact position in the earth that you were, and we are not in the exact position, and the earth as it goes through the universe is not in the same position that it was. All those things make this thing different, and it matters because it's not the same photograph. It's just your version of that, and that's fair. It's like playing a cover song. It's fair to make a cover photograph. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about as far as these little cameras that are out there that are doing just enough to make a difference and be able to at least document something. In this case, my little routine, my training, and to see how we go forward in here. After this week, I started recording when I got the weights. So we have, as of right now, I have an archive of about 15 or 17 days, I believe. Maybe a little less, somewhere along there. But by the time I got the weights, I was about 2 weeks into riding the bike. So we're about 3 or 4, almost 4 weeks into my little fitness routine. So it's not that I can't wait to see what happens a year from now or anything like that. I'm not really interested in any of that. I'm just like documenting to see if there is any transformation for me, and there is, and I'll talk about my immediate transformations physically in a little while. I want to make a video that explains why that's important. But anyway, this is the workout of the 14th of April 2025. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your youth.